I welcome you all with my love and respects. Let us understand the word Nityananda Spurana. Ananda means the excitement or the energy which does not come down, due to any reason, causelessly being excited. Please understand, not excited for some reason, some cause. Causelessly, without any reason, continuously overflowing with joy, with excitement, with life, with energy. This exact definition of Ananda. See, in the planet Earth, millions of saints, sages, enlightened masters, avatara purushas have happened. Each one of them teach their own way, technique, method to this Ananda, to this joy, to this bliss, to the source of life. In Sanskrit there is a proverb, if two masters say the same thing, be sure someone is fake. Means the difference, different ideas, different opinions, different things becomes almost like a base. Each one expresses in his own way, each one talks in their own way. For example, about food. If you ask Mahavira, he will say, no, don't eat, fast completely. If you ask Buddha, he will say, no, you can have one meal. If you ask Krishna, no, eat whatever you want, just forget that you ate. Same way about marriage. If you ask Mahavira, he will say, no, don't marry. If you ask Buddha, he will say, no, even if you are already married, escape. If you ask Krishna, don't bother, just forget the number. So each one will give their own solution. Each one will have their own approach. Each one will express the truth as they experienced or they expressed. It's very difficult for these great masters to accept some common truth, accept something. It's very difficult for them to accept something in common. If they accepted some one or two things, then it must be the root or the base. I can say this one truth, almost all of them accept, maybe in their own language, in their own words. Man by nature is bliss. Please understand, I am not saying his quality is bliss. No, there's a big difference. I am saying he is bliss. If it is his quality, all qualities can be taken away at some point. I am not saying his quality is bliss. No. By his very nature, he is bliss. He is life. He is radiating energy. Almost all masters, all the incarnations, all the prophets, all the saints, all the sages, all the extraordinary beings who walked on the planet Earth accept this one truth. Man by his very nature, he is bliss, then this must be basic truth. Other than basic truth, I don't think these masters can agree on any point. It's a basic truth. One side, the masters go on repeating, life is bliss, life is bliss, life is bliss. The other side, for all of us, normal people, it doesn't seem to be real. Where is the gap? One side, all these masters go on repeating. Sometimes that is why the humanity is not able to tolerate these masters. Either they poison them or crucify them, do what they can, or kill them. Because these guys go on, it's almost like a teasing. They go on repeating, life is bliss, life is bliss, life is bliss. But in reality, it's very difficult for people. Where is the gap? And one more thing. Surely they don't need to tell a lie. There is no need for those great masters to tell a lie. Then, where is the gap? How to bridge the gap? These two questions we will experientially go through. Please understand. Experientially, we will go through into these questions. Go into these questions this next 4 days. When you go into these questions experientially, not intellectually, experientially, the very quality of your being will become different. I am not even saying you will have the answer. So there are some questions, your being is answer. For example, this Ramana Maharshi is, who am I? The question is not to be asked to find an answer. No. You don't need to find an answer for that question. The question is asked to stop questioning. When you work on that question, the transformation which happens in you is the answer. So, we will work on this question. Why this gap? How to bridge experientially. That will do whatever need to be done in your being. The physical health, mental health, all these things will be a side effect of this transformation. Basically, when we work on these questions, many engraved memories, samskaras, please understand this word because next 4 days we are going to work on this one concept. Many engraved memories or the samskaras will leave your system. When I say the word engraved memory, the ideas, memories which are inside your being, which has capacity, ability to make you go through the same experience or the action again and again and again, even if you don't want. That is the definition of samskara. These ideas, these memories stay in your being. They make you go through the same action and same experience, even if you don't want. For example, if you have the habit of coffee, morning 7 o'clock, even if you don't remember, it is 7 o'clock, inside alarm will ring, coffee. You know, coffee is a simple habit. You know, many other things, whether it is alcohol or cigarette or even irritation. Irritation is a samskara. Just for no reason, you are just waiting to get irritated. You don't need any big reason. Just if somebody comes and appears in front of you, that is enough. They will have your blessings. They will have your blessings. Waiting to get irritated. Even that is a samskara. So, the gap between us and the masters, when these guys go on saying the life is bliss, Why we go on feeling life is pain, suffering, misery? The gap is these samskaras, these engraved memories. And experientially, let us work on removing this gap, removing these samskaras, bridging. Please understand, I can say almost all your problems, whether it is physical health, mental health, or relationship problems, or having low mood, like no self-confidence, no self-esteem, suffering with inferiority complex, fear, guilt, all these problems are just because of different samskaras, different engrams. Please understand, many of your physical health related problems are because of the samskaras. Many. If I have to give example, one small example, if your mother teaches you and trains you from the young age that if you go and play in the rain, you will catch cold. From the young age, you listen to this continuously. Even after you have your grandchildren, you don't even need to go into the rain. If you just see through window that it's raining, you will sneeze, arch. The samskaras which you get inside at the young age, till you die, not only it will be there, it will be constantly be alive and active. Whether it is physical health or mental health. Of course, mental health, all of you understand, straight away it is because of samskaras. All the disease which comes from inside are because of samskaras. The disease which comes from outside, like an accident, maybe those things are from the outer world. All the disease which comes from inside are because of samskaras. Many disease even which comes from outside, like accidents, sometimes it can be because of alcohol. Then again, the indirect cause is samskaras. Directly or indirectly, most of our problems are because of samskaras. Same way relationship. See, only in the first few months you live with the other person. You live with your spouse. Within 6 months you create an idea about her or him. It's a punishment given to me by God. I won't go to hell after death. Some idea you create. The problem is the moment you create an idea, after that you don't live with that person. You live only with that idea. Constantly, whatever the other person does, you look through this idea. If you just see, the idea which you carry about the other person plays a major role. See, you expect because you are updating yourself, the other should update her idea, her or his idea about you, but you do not update your idea about the other. You constantly expect the other should update their ideas about you, but we don't bother to update our ideas about them. We feel strongly impossible for him or her to transform. I have seen people come and challenge, Swamiji, you can transform anybody, try on my spouse. It will never work. No technique will work. No method will work. Same thing, he doesn't understand. The spouse is telling me. He doesn't understand. The same thing the other side they are telling me. You work on anybody, you transform anybody, Swamiji, but never on him. Nothing will work on him. All the relationship problems, again, are rooted in samskaras, engraved memories. Other day one guy came in the program. He was telling, Swamiji, please bless me for divorce. I said, usually we bless only for marriage, not for divorce. Why don't you tell me what is the problem? I'll try to help whatever way I can. He said, no, 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 you don't know all these things, you just bless me for marriage. Bless me for divorce. I said, without knowing, how can I bless? Tell me. He said, today morning I had a fight. It was a terrible fight. I decided I can't live anymore with her. I asked, what was the reason for fight? No, she brought and kept the coffee on my table. So much force, the coffee spilled all over my clothes. I said, that cannot be the reason for divorce. Just coffee spilling. And even if it spills, she is only going to wash the cloth. Why are you bothered? The very, what to say that? He says very clearly, openly he is telling me, Swamiji, you don't know, today she will pour coffee, tomorrow she will pour acid. No, he is telling straight away, without understanding, there is no logic. Coffee and acid. I don't know how he is connecting. I told him, relax, slow down, just think. Why don't you think coffee and acid, and why don't you just have a little logic? Look into it. He says, no, 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 you don't know. I am living with her for 10 years. I know her. I said, do not use big, big words. Just break those big words. Come to the incidents. Come to the situations. Let's look in. Don't suffer with these engrams, with these samskaras. Come to the situation. Exactly tell me, incident by incident, how you developed this hatred. No, 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 you don't know all these things. And he started telling one or two incidents. In Tamil Nadu, in marriages, they will have a small ceremony. In a pot, they will put a ring. Husband and wife, both of them have to try to pick up the ring, and whoever picks up, they are the winner. It's like you see, in those days, both of them will meet only during the marriage. Not like, in those days we did not have that system of dating and all that. So only at that time they will meet each other. So it's almost like a game created to zero down the distance. It's like zeroing down the distance. Just for that, these small games are created. And this guy says, even at that time, she scratched my hands with her nails. No, please understand, now you guys are laughing. He was very serious. He was very serious and suffering. Actually, if you look in, you also many times suffer with this kind of engrams for which others will laugh. Now, you are laughing because it is somebody else. Many times, you will be suffering with the engrams for which others will be laughing. So the whole thing, most of your sufferings, whether it is physical or mental, psychological, emotional or relationship, it is engraved memories. It is samskaras. So, next 4 days will experientially work to remove these engraved memories. Side effect of this will be naturally physical health, mental health, peace, better relationships. If all these things happens, naturally the wealth, as a side effect, the wealth, clear strategy planning, long working hours, able to take decisions without getting tired, these are enough to generate wealth. Apart from all these things, the spiritual experience. Please understand, I am introducing the whole program in these few words. All I am trying to do is remove the gap between you and the fulfilled enlightened beings. That gap is engraved memories, samskaras.